Hello.
Hello, Karima.
Hi.
This is Ayman. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Can you hear me good?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Can we start the interview?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just introduce you to the interview. The interview consists of 3 sections. The first section is introduction to the study. The second section is demographic questions. And the last question is interview questions. If you have any question, please stop me. I have bad accent. So if you don't understand me, just let me know. I will repeat the question until it is clarified.
Okay.
I'm sorry for that. The interview will be audio recorded, and it is expected to last between 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Do you have any question for me before I start?
No.
Okay, thank you. So let me start with the purpose of this study. So the purpose of the study is to explore the security measures needed to develop a computer game that mitigates cybersecurity risk. Do you have any question about the purpose of my study?
No.
Okay, so I will start with the first question. What is your professional job title?
I'm a graphic and web designer.
Okay. How long have you worked in both game design and game security fields combined?
For a total of 5 years.
5 years. Go ahead.
I worked in game design for 3 years and game security for 2.
Okay, thank you very much. Could you please describe the games you have designed? Just give me a brief description about any game you have designed in the past, or you are working on it.
Well, the last game I designed is called Blastum FPS. It's a first-person shooter, and it's multiplayer. It's a war game. And the game I'm working on now is going to be augmented reality. It's called Enchanted Land, and it's going to be multiplayer.
And just can you briefly describe this game, what it does, like that, just briefly?
Briefly describe the word of the game?
Yeah, like what this game does.
Well, it's a location-based game, and you're trying to it's like a magic type game. You're casting spells.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a fantasy game.
Oh, fantasy game. Okay. Thank you. Can I move to question number 4?
Yes.
What was your role in the design of each game? Like designer, lead designer, primary designers, etc.
I was the designer and programmer and game artist.
For which game? You said you did one in the past and one you are working on it. So for the one you did in the past, what was your role? And for the one you are working on it now?
Designer, game artist, and programmer.
For both game or okay?
For both games.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do you have any question for me so far, or everything is good?
Everything is good.
Thank you. Let me move to the interview questions. So I will go to the interview questions. The first question number 1. Based on your game design experience, please describe the security risk related to standalone computer games. So the definition of standalone computer games are games that are installed on a computer and it does not require the player to be connected to the internet to play the game. Please be as specific as possible when you're recounting your past game design experiences.
So you want me to describe my past?
You can, you can give me any security risk related to the game that you did in the past, or any security risk that you have experience with, you have knowledge about,
Okay. Well, sometimes people use keylogin software, to track your movements, and they can steal information from you.
Okay.
And they can make fake apps, or sometimes fake games that can steal your passwords.
Yeah, any security risk that related to stand-alone computer game you think of, just please describe it.
Yeah, players having their information stolen, like their passwords.
So regarding the key log, you said key login software?
Yeah.
So can you just describe what that software does? Just briefly.
It steals your, like somebody can start typing when somebody types, and then somebody else uses the computer behind you, and they can see everything you have typed.
So are you trying to say they put this software in the game? So when the player installs the game, this software will be installed in the computer, or how is that works? I just need to make sure how it works.
Well, they install the game, and with the keylogger.
Oh, I see.
The keylogger.
Go ahead.
The keylogger will be installed too once they install the game.
And this for standalone computer games, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other security risk that you think of?
Making fake apps, like people download something that they think is a game, and it could be something to steal passwords and account details.
So they install a fake game. You said fake game. They install it. Okay, and this game can install password, as you said, or user information. I don't know. Can you please just repeat that again regarding the fake games?
And account details. Your password.
Okay.
And account details.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anything you would like to add to question number 1, or you want me to move to question number 2?
Move to question number 2.
Okay. Question number 2 is, based on your game design experience, please describe the security risk related to online single-player computer game. So online single-player computer games are online games that do not require more than one person to play the game. Please be as specific as possible when you're recounting your past game design experiences.
So you want me to describe with single player?
Yes. So in the beginning, we go to standalone computer game. Now to single player, we try to find out what security risk that you have experience with, like you did games, you designed 2 games, or what security risk you think you have experience with. So we just try to move from standalone to single on a single online single player computer game.
Okay. Well, some of the same problems as with the standalone games.
Like? Or such
like
as?
The keylogging. Or the fake apps. That steal information.
When you refer to fake app, you refer to a fake game or app?
Fake game. Fake game and apps.
Okay. And anything else for the online single-player computer games? Security risk?
No.
Okay. So can we move to question number 3?
Yes.
Based on your game design experience, please describe the security risk related to online multiplayer computer games. Online multiplayer computer games are online games that require more than one person to play the game. Please be as specific as possible when you're recounting your past game design experiences.
Okay.
So now we move to online multiplayer computer game. We want to find out the security risk.
Okay. Sometimes people download cheats like to help you advance in the game. But those cheats are actually viruses and spyware.
What you said, cheats or cheats?
Cheats. CHEATS.
Oh, okay. Like, can you please just give me an examples of it?
Like software. Well, not software, but things to help you advance in the game. And also pirated copies of games.
Okay.
Which can mess the server up.
What else?
And downloading free web and app-based games. Games that are supposed to be free where you have to pay.
So, can you elaborate on that, the last one? What do you mean in that, please?
Where, you know how you would see a game, that's supposed to be, that you're supposed to pay for, but you would see it on some other site, like, that's not official, free.
So are you trying to say like somebody steals the game and and sell it for free, give it for free?
Yeah.
Okay. So why does he do that?
So they keep from paying the developer money.
Okay, got it. Okay. What other security risk you think of for related to online multiplayer computer games? Any risk that you have experience with from your last game that you designed or something like that, or the one you are working on it right now?
This is question number 4?
No, number 3 is that.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Okay, I will move then to question number 4. Based on your game design experience, please describe the security incidents related to the games you have experienced and how did you handle them. Please be as specific as possible when you're recounting your past experiences. That's question number 4.
Those are the experiences that I personally have had.
What is that? Sorry, I couldn't understand you.
Is question number 4 the security incidents I personally have experienced?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you experienced.
Phishing.
Okay, and how did you handle? Where you experience it in the game you designed, and how did you handle them, or where did you experience the phishing?
I fixed the game.
Mm-hmm.
That stopped. That made the game hack-proof, so valuable information like passwords and account information can't be stolen. I added network security code that stops other people that don't have. It stops other people from getting access to the information, and I've also made the passwords more secure with MD5 hash.
This in the game that you designed, right? You're speaking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, please.
I have the account. I have user account information encrypted.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, or you want me to move to question number 5?
Move to question number 5.
Okay, sure. Based on your game design experience, what are the security measures needed to develop a secure standalone computer game that mitigate cybersecurity risk? Why are those security measures needed? And standalone computer games are games that are installed in a computer and they do not require the player to be connected to the internet to play the game. So please be as specific as possible when you recount your past game design experiences.
What are the security risks needed to develop a secure standalone computer game?
Security measures needed now. We finished security risk. Now we are question number 5. We try to find the security measures needed to have a secure standalone computer game that mitigate cybersecurity risk and why those security measures needed.
Okay. Well, for a single
for a secure standalone computer game.
For a secure standalone computer game.
Yeah. So I want to find security measure needed to make it secure, so nobody can to be as secure.
Okay. You should check over your lines of you should check over your code and make sure that all the data from the network is copied into a buffer that is 256 bytes.
Okay.
You should make sure that the data from the network is validated. And the buffer size is right. Because you wouldn't want the attacker to overwrite the data.
What else regarding a secure standalone computer game? Security measure you think of, like, to make it a secure. Now we're just talking about standalone. We're not talking about online, just standalone computer game.
Okay. Make sure that there are no malicious versions of pieces of the game, like sound files.
Can you please elaborate on that one a little bit?
Because sometimes people take parts and pieces of a game, like videos and sound files, and make malicious versions so that people can download them. And when they download them, they get all their information from their computers.
Okay. What other security measures you think of?
That's it.
Okay.
For standalone.
Standalone. Okay. So now I will move to number 6. Question number 6. Question number 6. Based on your game design experience, what are the security measures needed to develop a secure online single-player computer game that mitigates cybersecurity risk? Why are those security measures needed? So online single-player computer games are online games that do not require more than one person to play the game. So please be as specific as possible when you're recounting your past game design experiences. So now we try to find out security measures needed for online single-player computer game now. It is question number 6 now. Okay.
Okay. Well, you can use this program called Prefast. It's a tool by Microsoft that analyzes execution paths and compile C or C++ to help find runtime bugs. And it can also check over your code and make sure that the code for the network server is secure.
You mean the code of the game on the server? This is what you tried? Okay. I just tried to clarify that because I am not a game designer. This is why I try to clarify what you mean in that. Okay. What other security measures for online single player one?
And you can do fuzz testing. That's an automatic method of testing that can enhance current testing methodologies.
What, can you please elaborate on that one?
Fuzz testing is well, it checks the byte size of your code and make sure there are no security holes. Because if the byte size is wrong, hackers can easily hack into your code and change it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Wow. Okay. What else do you think? Take your time. I'm not pushing you. Take your time. So you can take as much time as you want to.
Okay. Well, that's it for single player.
Okay. Now let me move to question number 7. Based on your game design experience, what are the security measures needed to develop a secure and online multiplayer computer game that mitigates cybersecurity risk, and why are those security risks needed? Online multiplayer computer games are online games that require more than one person to play the game. Please be as specific as possible when you're recounting your past game design experiences. So now we try to find security measure for online multiplayer computer game. What needs to be done to make it a secure?
You can do a threat modeling analysis.
What is that? Can you please just explain
A threat model can identify all of the strengths and weaknesses of a system.
A system of the game, you do that on the game system?
Yeah, of the game. It can find security loopholes.
Go for it.
With threat modeling, it pays attention to UDP data sources. That's user datagram protocol. That's what's used for network servers to transport data across the server. And it also pays attention to data sources that don't require authentication.
Like, can you please elaborate on that as well?
Data sources that don't require user input. Those are the areas that have good potential for security weaknesses.
Okay. What else do you think of online multiplayer computers?
And the data execution prevention tool.
What is that? Can you please elaborate on this tool?
It's used mostly on Windows.
What this tool does and why it used for what? This is why I try to.
It prevents code from being run from multiple areas of the game, such as heap stacks and memory pools, because sometimes people are able to hack into the memory of a game and steal information.
So this tool, it used for what?
It's a memory protection tool.
Okay. So So I just want to clarification. You use these tools to prevent the player, you said, from stealing information from the memory?
Yes.
Okay. I just need a clarification. Okay. That's interesting. And what else you think for security measure for multiplayer computer?
That's it.
What about how we can prevent hacking in online multiplayer computer games that mitigate cybersecurity risk? You know, there is a lot of type of hacking the code, stealing personal information of the player, account information, denial of service, etc. So a lot of type of hackings, how we can prevent it in online multiplayer computer game.
How you can prevent it?
Yes. Like what security measure need to prevent that? Hacking?
File encryption, making sure.
Encryption for, okay. What you said about encryption, sorry for that. Can you please elaborate on encryption?
Making sure your game files are secure. The files that contain the code to the network server.
And how you'll make it secure? What security measure need to? Is there tools how we can make it like that secure?
Making sure that nobody else can have access to them. There's certain lines of code that will protect sensitive information. And
go for it. Yeah.
And also MD5 hash password protection.
What's that used for?
Well, that's used to protect the user's account passwords. It hashes the password.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's good information. Thank you. Take your time, because this is an interesting topic and it has a lot of information. So please take your time.
And also you want to protect the game assets with code. Like there are certain things. Well, as for Unity, I develop games in Unity 3D. And on the asset store, you can buy certain encryption assets to protect certain things in the game from hackers.
Okay. Such as what you brought, certain things such as?
Network security devices.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. What else you can think of? Security measures.
That's it.
Okay. Now I will come to the last question. Is there anything else you would like to add about game security? Anything you can think of?
No, I've mentioned everything.
What is that? Sorry, I couldn't understand what you said.
I mentioned everything.
Anything else?
No.
So, do you have any question for me?
This study is for your thesis?
For my dissertation. So what I will do, I will interview 10 game designers, and I will try to do data analysis, and I will see what is the themes between the 10 designers. So your identity will not be revealed in the study. So you will be like participant 1. I will have 10 participants. I will say participant 1, participant 2, participant 3, 4. So I will see what is the theme for each question I ask between the 10 designer, and I will try to come up with a finding.
Okay.
This for my dissertation. And if you are interested, after I done of it, I can send you the study finding if you want to, just to see what other designers do, you know. If you're interested, I can, after I finish, I can send the finding if you are interested. And it will be like the between first 6 months of next year should be.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Since then the interview is done, I would like to thank you for your time, for being part of my study, and I really enjoy speaking with you. And thank you for the information. And now it is evening there, right? It is evening for you, and I will wish you a good evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.